Going to be making a frittata today. You're wondering what that is? It's similar to an omelette. I mean, with a frittata you can actually include meats, cheeses, vegetables or pasta. Now just to run through the ingredients, I've got one small onion. We're going to chop that fairly finish. Then I'll just move this around for you. Got one good sized red pepper and we're going to fry those in the pan. That's a little bit of Parmesan cheese, going to grate some of that at the end. Now herbs wise, I've got some chives, chopped up chives and parsley, and what we're going to do is mix those two herbs into the egg. Now I'm actually using 4 eggs there, so we've got the 4 eggs, and obviously I've got the pasta. The pasta I'm using is called Fiorelli, but you can use any pasta you like. I mean, I use this one because it's kind of pretty, so it looks nice when it's sitting on top of the egg. So the first thing I'm going to get on with is I'm going to wash and chop up the red pepper and also peel and chop up fairly finely the onion, and then we're going to put them into a little bit of olive oil into the frying pan, because the thing about this dish, I'm doing it all in the frying pan. So I've got my pan on, I've had medium to medium high heat. Just let that warm through for a moment, and then I'm going to pour in the onions and the red peppers. So there we go. Put the onions in there. Then pop the peppers in. Just add a little bit of salt, not too much. Give that a quick stir. Let's say you probably want to cook this for about 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes. You don't want to sort of burn it, you just want to really soften them. Now that I've started cooking this, what I'm going to do is to boil up the kettle quickly, and I'm going to start cooking the pasta. Now my pasta takes about 8 or 10 minutes, so we'll get on with that now and leave that cooking away. Now whilst the onion and the peppers are frying in the background, I'm going to put a bit of water straight from the kettle, nice hot water, try and speed it up a little bit. Add a little bit of salt to there as well. And then we're going to add into the pasta. Again, give that a quick stir and cook that. I mean, my packet says 8 or 10 minutes, so around about that sort of time. You want to make sure it's cooked though. It's worth putting a lid on to boil it a little bit quicker. So I've been cooking the onions and the peppers for about 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the heat off for a moment, just to leave that to one side. We've got about another 5 minutes to go on the pasta. So what I'm now going to do is to get a bowl and crack 4 eggs in there, give it a good whisk up and try and get as much air in there as possible, and then we're going to add the herbs, and then we're going to put the whole thing together. So I've got my bowl, just going to crack my 4 eggs in there. Going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and we're going to give it a really good whisk and try and get as much air in there as possible. Bit of salt and a bit of black pepper as well. And obviously do these sort of things to taste. It's always good to put a bit of salt in the egg though if you can. Make sure you give this a really good whisk, because what we're looking to do is get as much air trapped in there as possible, you know, bubbles and that, because the difference between an omelette and a frittata is a frittata you whisk more and try and get as much air in there as possible so that it's much lighter. Now I've been whisking my egg for a couple of minutes, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to just put in a little splodge of milk, not too much, it just kind of helps loosen it up a little bit. Makes it much easier to get those bubbles in there, so I'll just carry on whisking that now. Okay, I've pretty much finished whisking that. Now what I'm going to do is put in some parsley, obviously that finely chopped parsley, and then we've got some chives as well. So again, just give that a gentle whisk up really. Now I'm going to go back to the frying pan. I'm going to warm up the pan where we've got the onions and the peppers, and then we're going to put the egg mixture straight on top. So I'm going to do that next. We're back to the frying pan, just give that the final turn it over, just get it mixed up. So, now what we're going to do to this is we're going to add the pasta. Now I actually took mine out, drained it, so we're left with that, and really want that just to sort of sit gently on top like so really. Now I've got the heat on low because you want to keep it warm, you don't want to have it sort of too hot or anything like that. Then I'm going to add up the bubbly egg that we've really whisked, which makes it different from an omelette. And we're just going to pour that all the way over like so. So keep it on a sort of low heat, and what we want to do is make the egg kind of, you know, the base of it harden up, and then we're going to finish it off in the grill. Now just before the egg hardens up, I'm just going to use a little bit of Parmesan and pop a little bit of that on, just to add a little bit of cheese. I mean, obviously with the ingredients you can add what you like, but I'm just going to add a little bit now, and it will kind of soak in a little bit with the egg. Now it doesn't take very long to cook the base. You can see it's already starting there. You can see around the edges just sort of whitening up. So you know the egg is nearly done. Now it's a good point to put your grill on, because what we want to do is to kind of grill the top of it very slightly, just to make it a little bit sort of browner and slightly more cooked. Cook the egg on top. I'm just going to pop that under the grill, a medium to high temperature, just for about 5 minutes, just to get the top all nicely set, and that'll be really good and delicious. So I've taken the frittata from under the grill. It's all been cooked, it's all looking lovely. So what I'm now going to do is to tip it onto a plate, and then we're going to serve it up. But we're going to leave it for a few minutes just to settle down, and we can slice it up like a pizza really. So I'm just going to tip it onto the plate there. There you go. Loosen it up beforehand just to make sure it all nicely comes out, but hey, that looks really nice. So as I say, I'm going to leave that for a few minutes. Now what I might do, I might just give it a little bit of a top up with the Parmesan, just to give it a little edge. And there you go, ready to go. Beautiful. I'll wait a few minutes for it to settle down. I'm just going to use a pizza cutter for cutting it. But I mean, otherwise you can use a sharp knife. I find a pizza cutter sometimes really easy for doing these sort of things. And again, you can see there, we've got a nice sort of light, all the flavours there. You can see this is going to be delicious. I'll just leave that there, take a quick photo. I'm just going to try a little bit of this, so I might as well just try it here. Looks nice. You can see it's got a nice colour underneath. That's really nice. You've got some nice flavours. It's really great little snack. I mean, sort of thing you can take on a picnic. Once it's cooled down, you can put it in the fridge. It's lovely. Enjoy.